Welcome back to Tony Talks. To all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. If you're new here, we are happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so you will be notified for more upcoming videos.
Why? Important for me. It is important for me to make sure that everything is done properly. Belongs to Mohbad.
What is the validity of your memorandum of understanding? That's my question.
I will tell you that off camera.
But African TV, from this your video, you said 10 million naira if the baby is Mohbad, not the DNA process.
No, play the whole video, play the entire video, play the whole thing from beginning to the end. Play it, please.
Let's go.
10 million naira. 10 million naira to Mohbad's wife. If DNA proves that that child belongs to Mohbad, African television will pay for the DNA test. African television will raise 10 million naira for Mohbad's wife to raise that child if the DNA proves that that child is actually Mohbad's child. This is to counter those people who say if you talk about DNA, they will sue you for 3 million. Let them come after me. My name is Larry Omodia. I'm the CEO of African Television. I'm going to sponsor the DNA test, and I'm going to make sure that the baby gets 10 million naira if the baby is actually paternically proven to be Mohbad's child. Why? Because accusation is traumatic. But what is more traumatic than that accusation? A life of lies. So we will compensate Mohbad's wife if the baby is actually belonging to Mohbad. But if that baby is not from Mohbad, men will let a lot of blessings from that. So this message is to Mohbad's family. Get me that woman, get the baby, we'll do a DNA test. If the woman has nothing to hide, she walks away with 10 million naira. That is a promise from African television. Send your comments, send the details to this phone number. And if you want to sue people for asking for what is right, come after me. We're tired of women sending our boys to jail. We're tired of women killing our boys. We're tired of women lying against our men. Do you know how many men are in their grave because of a woman? Kings have been buried by women. Future presidents have been put in jail by women. It is time that we say no to slutty women. And I'm not saying Mohbad's wife or girlfriend is bad, but we want to clear her name. We want to clear her name if she is innocent. Listen to the audio conversation between her and Mohbad. That audio conversation makes her the first suspect. You guys are going after Naira Marley, you're going after Sam Larry, you're going after all kind of people. But listen to that audio conversation. Yes, what happened between Naira Marley and Sam Larry, they are all criminal. Those actions are wrong. But in the case of murder, the primary suspect, in my opinion, is the wife, because the audio conversation from Mohbad's conversation with her makes her a prime suspect. And the only way we can clear her name is by proper investigation. So we're offering 10 million naira for her to clear her name in this case. going to say from African television.
So, I see some, how will I put it? You, in that audio, we can play it again. You did not say she has to do it through you. I know I heard, give me that baby, give me that woman, but you are not saying that we will conduct the DNA. I did not say that. If you want to submit,
Thank you. No. Listen, let me respond to you. Wait. Listen. I said African television will sponsor the DNA.
Did you hear the word sponsor? Did I hear the word sponsor?
Go back.
You say you will pay for it.
Go back. My dear, go back to the beginning.
Now. You say you will pay for
Supreme.
it.
No, he said African TV will raise, not sponsor. Will raise.
No, that's raise. No, go back. No, in the first 1 minute you get this. We'll solve this problem.
Hold on. African TV mute. Your background is completely mute. Let us listen with an open heart so that we can know if African TV is going to pay for the DNA and wait for the result. I did not get the idea that you want to be the one to do it. So let's listen again, please. No interjection, no abusive comment. Let's listen again. So at least if we don't get anything, Baba can get the money from the DNA from you. Okay.
10 million naira. 10 million naira. 10 million naira to Mohbad's wife. If DNA proves that child belongs to Mohbad.
Okay, there's a clause. If the DNA proves, if Liam is Mohbad's son, that's what you said now. If Liam is Mohbad's son, 10 million. If Liam is not Mohbad's son, I used, because there's, phases to this. One, if the DNA is done, is that when you want to give the money? Or if the DNA, now you have clarified something here. If the boy is Mohbad's son, you will give 10 million. That means even if you supervised it and you do it, and if let's assume you did it, and the boy is not, Liam is not Mohbad's son, are you still going to give 10 million for even Wunmi to have done it? Will you still give the 10 million? Because from what
that's Supreme. That's like paying somebody for committing a crime. If the baby does not belong to Mohbad, why would you raise 10 million for her? That would be encouraging people to go and do anything and then expect that you will not pay them for doing something wrong. The answer is in the language. If the baby belongs to Mohbad. So continue playing. Let's go to the other points. You've made that clear.
So
if the baby belongs. So
you have two things. One, you want to conduct it. Two, if the boy belongs to Mohbad. So if I conduct it, or the court conducts it, and the boy belongs to Mohbad, you do not give 10 million because you did not conduct it. So you want to be the one to conduct it.
Play, my dear, play. You will get your answer in the audio. Play, okay, my dear.
Okay, here we
play.
Go.
African television will pay for the DNA test. African television will raise 10 million naira for Mohbad's wife to raise that child if the DNA proves that child is actually Mohbad's child.
You said you will pay for the DNA.
Pause. Pause. You see, if came back again, if DNA proves the baby belongs to Mohbad, for those who are thinking,
that part is already taken.
All right, continue.
Hold on.
Okay,
the boy
continue.
Has to be Mohbad. We have noted that part. The boy has to be Mohbad. But so far, you have not said you must conduct it. So let's continue.
This is to counter those people who say if you talk about DNA, they will sue you for 3 million. Let them come after me. My name is Larry Omodia. I'm the CEO of African Television. I'm going to sponsor the DNA test, and I'm going to make sure that the baby gets 10 million nairas.
You will sponsor the DNA test and you will ensure the baby gets 10 million naira. Okay.
Thank you very much. Sponsor. When you sponsor something, how do you sponsor something? This is what I want you to play.
Okay,
I told you, I said sponsor.
Let me ask
play,
you.
Just rewind. Just rewind.
Rewind.
I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again.
Hold on. I don't need to rewind it. Hold on. The word sponsor, I can sponsor someone that is going to school in Nigeria. Sponsor means, in my own definition, it could be relative. Sponsor means you will pay for something, you will help somebody. It did not mean you will be the one to conduct it. You can sponsor the DNA as is. You can pay Baba Mohbad to go have it done wherever they want to have it done. And when the result come back and it is Mohbad's son, then you just raise the 10 million for them. Sponsor does not mean a minimum test or ajama loni. No. Sponsor means most of the time is financial enablement. You want to enable somebody financially. Most of the time, the word sponsor is used in that context of financial enablement. So you did not say African TV, via our own personnel, we conduct the DNA. Conducting and sponsorship is two different vocabulary. Let's continue. So we are
Supreme. Before you continue, hold on. Let's understand the sponsorship. Look, sponsorship means to take responsibility for something.
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm sponsoring you to a school, I have to know the school you're going to. It makes sense if I'm sponsoring you to a technical college. It makes sense that I know that my money is going to pay your school fees at a technical college. Not I give you money to go to technical college and you say, you just gave me money to go to school, but I'm ending up in primary 6 Alakpere school. So when you say you sponsor something, sponsoring something is being responsible. And a sponsor has a right to know that where they are putting their money is the right place and things are being done properly. So we were not in a contractual place where we're signing all the dots and Q's and P's for you to say, okay, you did not say I will be the one.
When you sponsor her, I mean, they are not, when they say they are doing it family way, they are not just going to the main road streets to have it conducted. They are still going to be supervised by the court. And since, we should have some certain trust in our judicial system. So yes, sponsorship means that you are responsible, taking responsibility for some certain things. I agree. And if I sponsor you to college, maybe when you graduate, I want to see your results. Yes, I agree. But here, so far, unless if you want to expatiate on what you meant in that audio, but so far that we have listened to,
let me expatiate, my dear. Let me expatiate.
Nothing in this audio indicated that you want to be the one to conduct it. You want to be the one to sponsor it. Now, when they do it, you sponsor, you pay for it. If they don't give you the results, then you can say, okay, Mole sponsor, like, I want to see the results. Now, when you sponsor somebody to school, they may fail, they may pass, then you will decide, I'm not sponsoring you next semester because you failed woefully. Because we have to be very explicit. Because if you can sponsor me to the university to go and get my whatever done, and I say, hey, I went, you told me to go, I went, I came with straight F9. You sponsored me, but you were not happy, and you say next year, I'm sorry, I have to drop you. So you see, when this audio came out, there was miss and match there. But if we have to analyze this audio now, there's a lot of questions to be asked. Because one, and if you say you will sponsor, that means you're actually supposed to be paying for the DNA now. Then getting the result that is after you now get the result is when you will now give the 10 million or raise the 10 million. And you never said you had it. You kept saying you will raise the 10 million for Liam's upkeep. You said that, yes. And I agree with you. So the thing is, if you are going to be responsible for the DNA now, then getting the results, and you never said you will conduct it. No. I said in the month of June, Wumi, if you do your DNA this month, June, I will give you $1,000. I said it. And I was challenged yesterday. I think by that same first lady, I think yesterday she said it, Supreme, SIL, are you still going to give Wumi the $10,000? And I corrected her. I said, one, I did not say $10,000. I said $1,000. And I also put a clause if she conducted it in June. Now we are in October. So mine is off the table. I might still put another one on the table and say, well, if the baby comes back to be 100% officially, not pay but Mohbad has accepted the child as is, even though biologically it's not. No, as biological child, I might still put another one on the table, but mine is already off the table because mine had a time frame, the statute of limitation, and it has elapsed. But yours did not, and we are still playing it, and you say you will conduct. To me, right now, I think you can actually only DNA is 200,000, 300,000, maybe maximum 500,000. If I were to be in your position, I will actually call them and say, hey, I said I will sponsor this DNA and I will give 10 million. Here is the 250,000 to go and do the DNA. And when you get the results, and that probably will show a strong involvement that I said this, here is the money, go and do the DNA. If they come and give you the results, or how they conduct it, you might now give them a condition. We go and do the DNA, but I want transparency in the conduction of this DNA. That's what I will do, because I own up to my words. My words are my bond.
Supreme, am I allowed to make a comment, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so my understanding of sponsorship, it is an enablement. And within that process, you need to kind of put a roadmap or a route map in place. And then there will be agenda, condition, and addendum. So every single aspect of it, as you said, if you're sponsoring a process, you don't just go and say, yeah, it's 100 million. The conditions that you've stated in there will then allow people to understand your stake at that point in time, which may be instrumental, which means that you will pay for the DNA. And if the result then comes out to be what you purport the money for, then you go and look for the money and slam it in, and it's all over. That is my understanding of sponsorship. So we need to be clear, and you've said it, but people will look at it from different perspectives. But it is actually instrumental that we understand exactly how the process of sponsorship works. Thank you.
Thank you.
IT, you have said
African
it.
TV, wait. African
You couldn't
TV,
have said it.
wait.
Supreme, hold on.
African TV, wait. Let Folayemi speak. Folayemi, are you there? You want to weigh into this? Folayemi. Okay, go ahead, African TV.
All I was trying to say is IT has said it clearer than any other words. You know, the way he described it summarizes the entirety of what sponsorship is. But one thing people must understand, for those listening to us, what the video you played is a public announcement. A public announcement does not have to bring out the entire details of the operation or what is being announced. The gist is what you get. And had Wunmi spoken to me or worked with me in the beginning, details would have been laid out, just like the details of the MOU with Jobad. But we never got to that point. But regardless of that, I'm still standing a year after saying, if she contacts me and says, you made a loud mouth, your big mouth, put it where your money is. We are now going to do the DNA. I will definitely keep my part of the bargain. I'm still standing, and that's why I'm talking today, because I know some people will come up tomorrow and say, oh, now they've done DNA. African TV did not pay. African TV did not. No, we have to understand the gist. Even if Jobad contacts me now and says, yes, I had a MOU with you, and you said you will pay for the DNA. Oh yeah, okay, come and do it. I will still do it because I'm working for the interest of the community. I don't want to use the word public anymore, because they will begin to tell me public is the one in the kitchen, the one in the parlor is not public, and the one in the back of the house is half public. I'm working in the interest of the community. So for the interest of the community to be free from paternity fraud and all this abracadabra about Mohbad and the baby and the passion of the baby, you know, I said it clearly in that audio, to support Wunmi, to support the baby. But you know what? A lot of people don't hear that part. Even the people who call themselves Wunmi team or Liam team, they don't get that part. They only get, oh, 10 million. He doesn't have shishi. He doesn't have money. Go and do your son DNA. Go and do your own DNA. They don't get the gist. But if you play that audio, you will see clearly, I am not for Wunmi, neither am I against Wunmi, and I'm not for Jobad. Now I can say I'm against Jobad because of the court case. But up until they sued me, I was not even against Jobad. But even those people that I'm supporting, were you saying something?
Go ahead.
Somebody just said something about it.
Go ahead.
So people should take their time to understand the way the world goes. When you see a TV commercial on if you see a TV commercial advertising Coca-Cola, do you now start saying, oh, Coca-Cola, you said Coca, so we assume it's only cocoa inside. You didn't tell us there was sugar inside. Why would you put sugar inside Coca? You know, advertisement, announcement is different from details. If you want details, you go into the agreement.
I'm sorry, my sir. In my own environment, when you advertise something, you give details. Even though you have to write them in a...
come on, man. Supreme, you have 30 seconds, 60 seconds. No, Supreme, don't come with that. There is no way you give details in advertisement. Supreme, you don't do that. Don't.
Let me...
Wait, Supreme, me na advertise.
Hold on. I gave you time to speak now. In my own environment, because you can be sued for false advertisements. Even in that 30-second advertisement, you will see all these fine print that will run through the TV. Fine print.
Supreme.
Let me finish now. Let me finish. If you did not read it, then that is on you. Because if you advertise something Before I purchase it, you will have to tell me the pros, the cons, and everything, if it's refundable or not refundable. They are always written in fine, nobody reads them, but they are there. In America,